like this, it is very, very important that you should engage a professional builder. Why do you need a builder for your project? A builder is a production manager, somebody that is well trained with the required professionalism to build house for you, so that you can be able to get whatever you want. You see, the aim of an investment is that at the end of the day, you should have value for your investment. So imagine you spending billions of naira on projects like this, and then at the end of the day, the project do not have value for the money that you have spent for. Honestly, you'll be wasted investment. Why am I saying this? You see that most of the construction workers or contractors on site, especially those that handle block works and the rest of them, you will discover that they use substandard blocks in building of houses, and then it further differ the structural integrity of the house. So it is very important that whenever you're building your house, when we talk about the structural integrity of the house, it's not only about reinforcement. It goes down to every single material that you add on this structure to give you whatever you want. You understand? So look at these blocks that we are using in building this house. Come closer. Look at these blocks that we are using in building this house. Now there are some partitions, some of the walls that we use 6 inches blocks, but majority of the work is done with a 9 inches blocks. That's 230 by 450 mm. Now look at this. I'm going to do a practical with this block here. Okay, let me use another one. I'm going to use this block for practical that all of us here we are going to see. In fact, this block is one of the most strongest blocks that I've ever seen since I started this profession practicing. Now look at this block. I'm going to show you how strong is this block, because we're talking about quality. Look at this. Can you see this block? You can throw this block from any height and then nothing is going to happen to the block. We make sure that we use quality materials and give you whatever you have. Then aside that, let's not talk about blocks alone. We're also talking about every single element that you add on the structure. It further goes down to your reinforcement. The mix ratio that you do for your mixing for your concrete is very important. Now when you're mixing for concrete work and then you begin to reduce the mix ratios, they are not in in right proportion, you will discover that at the end of the day you'll be having something that is not of quality. So it is very important that you should ensure that you maintain quality, you understand, against anything, against any odd. Quality is the most important thing when you're building a house, you understand. Don't reduce the number of reinforcement and say that because you don't have money, you understand. So sometimes you see that client will be telling you that I don't have money for this, I don't have money for that. Let's reduce the number of reinforcement that we are going to be using, or let's reduce the number of bars. Let's say the mixing is going to cost like 10 bars, that's in your mix design, and then the client will come and say no, let's use 6 bars. Why is that reason? Because you don't have money. See, if you don't have money for the project, stop it, because at the end of the day it's you, the professional, the person, the contractor that you handle the project. You're the one to be at risk, you understand? It's you, the contractor, that you be at risk at the end of the day. Because when there's any problem, your license of practice is going to be seized, you understand? You jeopardize your future for something that is not good. So it's better for you to lose a client against quality, because quality is what speaks to you when you're meeting the next client that you work for. You understand? So in this type of work that we are doing, in this industry generally, if you don't have quality and value, then you will discover that you cannot have a story to write. Because every single structure that we build here is on detailings, you understand? And we make sure that we follow the right specification in the design and whatever. And I believe that this video that I do today will further help some investors that want to invest, maybe in the real estate, or maybe you're building your own home. You understand? It's very important to you to also know that quality is one thing that you must look up to. So basically on this side, what we're doing is just the block work. And then we are taking it to the last floor. So I'll be doing some videos when we start other works. Electrical works have started already, you understand? So when we start the finishing, we'll be seeing the types of materials that we are taking them in, to make sure that we package this structure to the right taste of the owner, you understand? We are talking about integrity of the structure is very important. So every single builder, build wise, build intelligently, and then build smartly. That's just the only thing. So it's not about saving costs, it's about building right. Thank you so much for watching this video, and God bless you.